Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of a new series here on the channel, as we're back here for a new coaching carousel on the channel. This is actually the first coaching carousel that we'll have here, and hopefully we'll have many more in the near future. But today we are going to start a new coaching carousel here with Sheldon Sherman. And if you guys remember Sheldon Sherman, he was a big star of ours in the previous series that we had with the High-End Scotties back in NCAA 14 on the main channel. And now he is back here. Of course, he had his career with the Denver Broncos, played several seasons with them, and of course he is now here as he is recently retired. He's still young, but decided to take his money, his rookie money, invested, and he got a couple of investments and whatnot. And he is living in the Colorado now, the Utah area. And of course, in the last episode, or the introduction episode, we talked about him and more on there. But yeah, he is here now playing as a, of course, as a defensive coordinator here with the Utah State Aggies, and he is trying to bring his personality as a player onto this team and create a dynasty, and hopefully get a coaching job, especially a head coaching job in this series here. And of course, I don't know the ideal school that we want to go to. I think in the introduction episode that I made a while back, the idea was probably maybe go to Wisconsin. That's where he's originally from. Him and his brother. Of course, his brother we didn't necessarily. We came close to signing him to the team, but he ended up going somewhere else. But nonetheless, besides the point. We're trying to be the head coach here, and it's pretty similar to our series over on the main channel with Matt Marvel. We're going to try to get to that top school there, but of course we're going to have to take. There's always going to be detours and stuff to get to that ideal school that we want to go to, and I guess in this case it would be Wisconsin. So it's to see here, we're looking at some of the top players from both sides of the ball. In future episodes, we'll kind of just focus on the offensive players of the team that we'll be facing. And today we're looking like the first. Actually, we're going to have played the first two games of the season here. We're going to start off with UTEP, the Miners there in this matchup here. And of course, we're not going to be ranked at all because we are Utah State, the Aggies, and of course we're out here in Logan, Utah, in the northern part of the state. And of course, our job is to become the defense coordinator for now. Hopefully sometime in the near future we can be the head coach, and then of course we can do some things there as we get a nice play to start off here, and nice job there from the defense picking up that getting that interception. Great play, and of course we'll get to know some of these players a little bit more as you see Matt Lowell, one of our Mike linebackers, and of course he's going to be a huge part of our squad here on the defensive side of things, as he's our field general here on the defensive part, or excuse me, he's our Sam instead. But nonetheless, he's one of the decent players that we have on the squad here, and we're going to try to build him up as well as some other players. Now, in the introduction episode, I did say we're going to be help recruit both sides of the ball. We're not going to just stick on one side, but we're going to recruit on both sides of the ball. We're not going to be able to change the schedule. The schedule will be what it is, but I believe Utah State is thinking about going to the Pac-12, and if I remember correctly, I think they're one of the teams that are supposed to be moving there here in the near future. So when that happens, which I think it may happen next season, then we'll be a part of the Pac-12. Now, again, we can change conferences, stuff like that, update the conferences when we want to, or make conferences up as we go along. But as for the time being, until we are the head coach, we are not allowed to mess with the schedule. We have to play the schedule as it is and go from there. And then once we are the head coach of a team, then we can change the schedule like we would with a traditional dynasty mode. But of course, the idea is we're trying to go to different schools here and get our name recognition out here. Ideally, if we are here, let's say we're here for ideally, for 5 seasons. Hopefully, we've won some championships. I'm thinking I might put a house rule where that after we win if we go like back to back to back in conference or in our conference title, then we will be forced to have to go somewhere else and be somewhere else for the time being. But ideally, I want to kind of be here for a couple seasons. We can't take a head coaching job until we either one, we have to wait after season 4 to take a head coaching job. It has to be a job that ideally it would make sense for us to moving. Obviously, I don't want to move I don't want to move Shelton, leave here especially if things are getting good. But at the same time, if things are getting too good, then it's like, okay, we need another challenge going somewhere else. But only after our only after we get to our 7th season, after season 6, we could ideally get a job to whatever jobs are available in the head coaching position. So that would be really cool to see and try to get to do. And I explain more about this. I'm kind of explaining it even more in detail here in this episode here. But as you see here, Utah State doing a great job here defensively, coming right at these guys. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to play the same have the same mentality, the same kind of anticipation, and just great I guess atmosphere as Sheldon did when he was playing there for Coach Bonds with the Highland Scotties back in the day. And of course, like I said, he made his money in the NFL and decided to hang it up early. And actually, he was coaching high school there out there in the Denver metropolitan area for a while there, high school football. And of course, he had a friend of his, I believe it was, I think I said his, if I didn't say it, I'll say it now, but it was his agent that suggested him to take this coaching, talk to this guy that is a alumni here at Utah State, and to help this school out with the defense and make it more aggressive, having more national presence as they want to, since they're getting ready to move on to the Pac-12, they got to be more aggressive, and take on some of those teams they'll be facing. Of course, a lot of these teams they'll be facing when they go to the Pac-12 with the obviously the two schools that are there right now, Oregon State and Washington State, but they'll be taking on some of their same teams that you'll see here in this series: Air Force, other schools like that. They're similar. We're playing already. And of course, I am thinking about throwing some oddballs into the Pac-12 here somewhere down the line as we try to get that interception there. No such luck there on that play. But so far, it's looking pretty good here. Now, of course, I think in the introduction episode, we talked about the slider set. Slider set right now, we're just using basically a generic set. We're not using Matt 10s. I'm going to use, whenever he updates, he's supposed to, I think he made another update on the slider set because we had another update from the game. So once we get those, whatever his newest slider sets will be, that's what we'll have. But it won't be on Heisman, it will be on All-American. And then I kind of adjust it to where how we would be playing since we're playing on one side of the ball, how we're going to be doing that. So, but so far, playing this game, I've already got, this is the first episode, obviously. I've got a couple episodes that are already in the can already here. So far, the games I've been playing and just testing out here, actually been really fun. They've been really exciting games here, and I'm hoping that that will keep on. I'm trying my best not to get any of the new updates for the game here, but most recently I got the most recent one here. Of course, today is the August 8th when I'm recording this, so whatever patches come out before August 8th there, that's the one I just got. As we see here, it's 18-3. So something's going on well here. Of course, UTEP is not the best, team, or not the best skilled team out there in the nation. But nonetheless, this is one of our non-conference games here. And look right now, defense doing a great job here, helping out the offense, getting that ball, getting the position here. Of course, they're running a little no huddle here. So that's one thing I'm definitely going to have to deal with at times here to try to put a stop to that. But as we see here, not great play there. That's going to be there for just short of the first there. I thought maybe they'll go ahead and give him that. But we'll see what else we can do. As we'll see, 2nd and 2 here. Quarterback here taking off now. A little spin, a little turnaround move there. Trying to get away from us there is Nelson. He is not having a good game here. He's been roughed up quite a bit here, which, from Shelton Sherman, that's a good thing. That's a great day there for the defense. And if you're causing havoc, especially if he's beside himself here, getting upset because line's not blocking, or if they are blocking, we're just playing too well. And Nelson gets that throw off, and he's able to get the catch there for the first down. So we'll now see a pass here of the back of the end zone there. We almost had it for that interception, but it's going to be bounced right off our hands. So now 2nd and 10 coming up here as we're here just about to wrap up this first half, and we get a stop there. So now 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Aggies, as they'll spike the ball here quickly, try to set up here for this 4th and 9, which will be a field goal. That'll be their 2nd field goal in the game, as right now we have a great lead here. The Miners now have 6 points. It's now 18-6 here at Maverick Stadium here in Logan, Utah. But like I said, I'm going to change the house rules from time to time, especially if things are getting just too well for us. We may have to kind of have a punishment of some sort for the series. But I'm using the same house rules that we're using in, if you guys have been following there on the main channel, the Matt Marvel series, which has been a lot of fun. We're only playing the offensive side of the ball here. We don't play the in that series we play the offensive side. This, of course, obviously we're a defensive coordinator, so we're only going to be playing on the defense, so there'll be a lot of scenes here. I will say that occasionally from time to time, for whatever reason, they had me, I think it's maybe in the next game, they had me play a little bit of offense for whatever reason. I don't know what that was all about. But, yeah, occasionally that might show up, so we'll definitely, if it's a good play, we do something right, especially if it's a scoring play or something like that, I'll definitely show it. But for the most part here, we'll just be seeing a lot of defense, and of course we'll see some special teams as we run this back and get our team offense there, a nice position there to, of course, they end up score as well. So now it's 25-6, as we're just doing a good job here. Again, another good play there from the defense as we're stepping up and showing what we can do here against this UTEP team. Pass there, that's going to be completed as Miller makes the tackle. So now there's 3rd and 4 now coming up, and of course trying to rip through the line here, and we get to the quarterback there, and that's another sack there, 7th sack now, and we putting on the Miners here today, as Nelson is really hoping that this game will end quickly, as Iniguez Jr., his 3rd sack. He's our defensive tackle there, which I'm very impressed with, because that's the same position. Well, actually, Shelton, he actually played a little bit of pretty much all the positions there on the line, but he's more known for his, if I remember correctly, I think he played DN. That's where he got a lot of his sacks at. So he come off the edge there. Of course, same thing when he played for the Broncos back in the day as well, which when I say back in the day, it was actually a couple I think it was in that Buffalo Bills series that we had him in there. He had a pretty good time. He had pretty good numbers there with the Broncos. At some point there, I was going to try to figure out how we're going to bring him into the fold there with them, but of course we ended the series there. We didn't get too far. We only played 3 seasons into that dynasty there. But yeah, so far so good here. Like I said, this is gonna be a fun series. We got a lot of big, epic games coming up. Non-conference games. This is gonna be a good way to just test my skills defensively here. trying to play all the different positions here, and hopefully it'll make me even a better defensive player in this game as we're just playing defense. I feel like I'm more so of a offensive type of player and playing just on one side of the ball here in this particular series feels like really true. I can sharpen my skills a little bit better, be able to read routes and read when I can intercept the ball like this one right here, as that's a great interception for Utah State. They get back the ball back here in position with 8:20 left. And now we have a chance now here to try to pour on a little bit more in this lead we currently have here as the Aggies celebrate there on the sidelines. As Ike Larson, free safety there, does a great job there. Again, his first interception of the season here, and just jumps it right on up there, showing those bunnies. And gets the interception. They get the field goal, makes it now 28-6. So at least we're scoring here, even though it's not the 6 points that we like to see on the board. But hey, we're finding ways to help our team out, especially if we can even score on defense here. That'll even be even better. But time, of course, it's going to take some time for that to happen. Of course, we're trying to be the best defensive team here. Of course, we're, obviously we're trying to get a job somewhere, one of the, schools there. I'm not going to go to, once we get further into this series, after, especially going to our next school, which would be probably ideally we can stop being a coordinator. Well, no, I said, season 3 we could go for a job, and if we do get a job after season 3, it would have to be to a, I think this is a 1-star school. I think, whatever the school is, we can only go up 1 star. We can stay within what we're in, so it would be a 1-star school, a fellow 1-star school, or we can go to a 2-star school, but the rating has to be closer to the school we just came from. So, again, that's another house rule there. Of course, I might forget about some of these rules here. Some I haven't written down, other ones I'm just kind of flying off right now. It's just top of my head. But please remind me at the bottom of the pin a comment or something like that, what I just said here in this video here today, to remind me about some of these rules I'm kind of spitting out to you guys right now, because I will easily forget. So, but like I said, I want to make it's going to force my hand. I may even do a wheel spin to see what school I go to, what I can go to, or where I can't. Well, obviously, I'm not going to go to like a Alabama or Clemson or Ohio State. I want to go to maybe the rivals that we haven't seen them have a successful season, obviously, in many years. That'd be an obvious choice there. But going to schools like maybe going to Vanderbilt, or going to, or schools that were powerhouses back in the 60s and 70s and have not seen a national championship for, literally, 60 years. That'd be kind of cool to kind of be a part of as well. As we see Nelson gets drilled in the backfield again in the last 26 seconds of the game. Another safety there from the defense. Nice job. This is rain's really coming down in this one here. As Utah State going to put up another 2 points here. And there you see Gabriel, one of Coach Shelton says he is really impressed with this young man and see what he can do there on the field. And he's hoping that he'll get even better and stronger as the season goes on. He was very impressive. He impressed Coach Bonds there. He's a lot of players. It kind of takes quite a bit to impress, not Coach Bonds, impress Coach Sherman, as he's seen a lot of things playing for college football and of course the pros, and he believes there's a future with a lot of these young men on this squad, for even coming off this first year. So as we do pick up the win, final score 37-6 in this one, as this was a good win here. Great way to start off the season with a very nice win. And of course, that's just the first game of what we got 11 more to play for the regular season. So we got a journey here, and like I said, most episodes will be 2 games, no more than 3, depending on you know, if we're playing an FCS school or something like that, then obviously, you know, I'm gonna, like I said, if they're on the schedule, I can't change it. Not allowed to. But if they happen to be on the schedule, which I think we do have an FCS school, if we do blow them out of the water too bad, then I might just go ahead and stick in a, a third game, just for the simple fact and just kind of hurt and move on. But we are playing the key moments of the game. We're, you know, pretty much I'm playing all defense, but just key moments of the game, which is something I think I might be doing more often here, especially once we get the new Madden game coming out. And we'll do series with that. We'll start playing just more key moments, especially if, like in my franchise, I've been kind of did it somewhat in the Bears series where we face, you know, a certain team the second time around. That second time, regardless if it's home or away, we will play them at key moments and just kind of, you know, get through that game and get through that series. Get through the series that helps the series go more faster. In that. And then obviously, like in my Jaguar series, we did the same thing where we actually just went ahead and just simmed those games, because I think we had like a Titans and whoever it was back to back within the first 4 weeks or something. Like, okay, you know, we're not gonna play the Titans and the Texans, two times in 5 weeks. Like, yeah, we'll go ahead and sim those. We'll show a little bit of the game, but then we'll sim the rest of it and just see where it goes. So, but yeah, for the most part, yeah, that's pretty. You know, like I said, there's gonna be different, different ways how we're gonna play this game here. For the most part here, and like I said, I'm trying to get through multiple seasons as quickly as we can here, and try to put this up on a regular basis as well. Don't shoot the messenger, but sometimes, you know, life happens. I always say that, you know, things happen out of my control that I have to attend to, you know, adulting stuff. You know, I am an adult, so I gotta deal with stuff around the house or family issues or whatever the case may be. So just bear with me. We'll try to reset the series and get it. I'll try to get the series out here as often as I can. And if something does come up, just pay attention to our community tab, and most importantly, follow us on Twitter there at as ESGNet YT. I think it'll pop up here on the bottom of the screen here. Yeah, there it is right there. So that's where you can follow us out on Twitter, and that's how you guys would know, because I'm really good about letting you guys know when series are coming, or on a hiatus for a bit. Or whatever the case may be. So definitely follow us there on social media, because those are the best way to. That's basically, you'll know that's where I post all my stuff at and let you guys know what's going on with the series and all that good stuff. So, but as we wrap up the first game here today, Matt Lowell is your your Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week for week 1. So now we roll on to the next game here. We'll get to game 2, and this is gonna be a humdinger right here. We're taking on, I believe, a ranked Texas A&M here today, as A&M are currently ranked 19th in the nation, 92 overall. They have a 94 defense and a 91 offense. And there you see, last week they beat UTSA 48-24 in that matchup the previous week. And of course, we played A&M here on not necessarily on this channel. I think we've played them. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think we've played them on this channel yet. Or no, I think we have. With Bryce, because he's in the SEC now. He's with Georgia. So I think we played them already. But anyway, they are a tough team. I played them. I know the last time I remember playing them for sure was in the High Scotty series back in, I think, week 2, and they are a tough team. They still have the same guys there, at least in that series. We're just a year. It's a year later in that one, prior to what's going on right now, or maybe the same timeline, I think. But anyway, They got some pretty talented guys there. Conception, Wilson, Moss, of course, coming out of the backfield there. They're a very talented squad there. And, of course, this is the home of the 12th man. And there you see the man of the offense there, the sophomore red shirt, that being Marcel Reed, 6'2", 185 pounds. He is a tough guy to stop, as he has pretty good accuracy there. Throw on the run, short accuracy, medium accuracy is good too. Of course, that deep accuracy needs a little work, but he doesn't really need that because he can definitely, if need be, excuse me, use his quickness and his elusiveness there to get himself out of any kind of jams that he happens to possibly be a part of or get himself into in a game. So with that being said, we will have to make sure we maintain him and keep him a close watch in this matchup. As you see, Moss, of course, coming out of the backfield as well. He has great quickness, agility, as well as pretty decent hands from him. But his run running is not the greatest. I think he has a pretty good, decent, kind of a average short route. So you won't see too much of throwing the ball to him. But running the ball, yeah, he is definitely going to be a guy that's going to be a little bit of a bruiser there to us. Conception, there you see a wide receiver there from Charlotte, North Carolina, 5'11", 190 pounds. He's a little, kind of a tiny guy, but who can definitely motor down the field there. 93 speed, 94 acceleration, and of course he has a huge number. There you see 92 in the deep route. So he is definitely be a guy that can just pretty much, if you think about it, he's kind of thinking the cheetah like there from Miami, who is by far probably the fastest guy in Madden right now this year. Talking about Tyreek Hill. So I'm assuming that's what they'll probably be their go-to guy. So our corners, safeties are going to have a very busy day there. Of course, talking to Coach Sherman, which I got used to saying that now. He's good. He knows what the game plan is. I feel like he got a solid game plan here. He's hoping that they can stay with close. They know it's going to be a tough, match because we are home of the 12th man here at Kyle Field here in College Station, Texas. And of course, there you see a great crowd ready to go here and ready to at least see us. Hopefully, they'll underestimate us. We are Utah State, so they're not. I'm sure they're not assuming too much from us, but if they see what we did last week against UTEP, which that's not saying too much, but anyone can get knocked off at any point in the season, especially early on here. We've seen that many times now here in the last couple of years now here in college football. Rough couple of weeks for a lot of SEC teams playing in their non-conference, but yeah. We'll go ahead and see here. They're moving the ball pretty well here. Pretty much what we expect here. Throwing the ball around here. Of course, we're trying to adjust coverages and seeing what's working, what's not. So I'm assuming that Coach Sherman says, hey, they're gonna score on us, but we got to try to keep it close as we possibly can. And offense, you got to do your job too. You got to be able to move the ball. We'll help you. If we get a chance to get the ball in a good position here for you guys got to take advantage of it. And as we see, Reed now runs this one there. And a nice run there from him. I'm sure Coach Sherman is probably thinking, okay, I don't like quarterbacks running on me. You run on me, I'm going to have to hurt you. And they get, of course, the first 6 points of the day as they put 6 on the board. Texas A&M leads this here. And, of course, it's going to be loud and raucous here as Niblak gets the catch, finds a way in the end zone, and the Aggies of Texas A&M go up 7. We tie it up now as Utah State offense did a great job going up the field, getting 7 points of their own. So, hey, we're punching them in the mouth, but, hey, it'd be better if we could, actually stop them from scoring on us. As we'll see a pass there being thrown, and we got a few Utah State Aggies there getting there and making a nice tackle. We'll see that we get them 3 and out, and we score again, 14-7. Okay, so I'm liking this. What's going on there? Obviously, the offensive coordinator kind of took the advice from Coach Sherman and said, "Hey, let's let our defense come out here and take the spotlight here and show off what they can do, especially against a team like Texas A&M." And so we'll see a pass here. This is going to be deep. It's going to go up, and it's going to be caught. Larson's going to get the catch. Nice job as he goes up and grabs it out of the air. That's going to be an interception. That's going to give us field position here. Of course, it'll be deep in our own side. But nonetheless, that's what we need. We need more like this and really just slow down the Texas A&M offense as Ike Larson. We see him get an interception last time, and they took it down there for points. Let's see if they can do it so again here offensively. So unfortunately, we do not get any points as there's 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Reed here launches this one over there. That's going to be thrown, and that's going to be enough there to get the first down. So they do cross the first down marker. As we end the first quarter, we're up by 7. Surprisingly enough, 14-7 here at Texas, here at College Station. As you see, Bryson Barnes, quarterback for us, having a pretty good game there so far here. Looking very poised out there. And really taking on what's going on here at College Station. As you see there, that ball should have been caught. That was a 6 right there. Putting a 6 spot on the board there, but unfortunately he drops it. We'll see now 2nd and 10, another pass there, and he's going to get the catch there for the first down. As we try to make the quick stop there. We'll see here what Texas A&M can now do here. Reed will throw this one. And he's going to throw that to his halfback. And I'm just really surprised that they're throwing. I guess in this situation, I guess they had to kind of throw the running game out of the window here because they are down by 7 here in the second quarter. But I would think they would be really trying to pound the ball on us. And as you see here, they do so. And that's going to help them get the first down. So they've moved the chains as they have the ball now at the 16-yard line of Utah State. And they're going to see another run here, another little juke move. And that's going to, of course, one of our guys down. Taylor is down. Hopefully it's not too serious. Hopefully he's all right. He'll have to come off the field for a bit. 2nd and 1 coming up. As we'll see a handoff to the halfback here. He makes a little juke move and finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M Aggies. Aggies get on the board here the second time today. And it's been a while since they've been on the board, really since the first quarter. As Moss finds his way in there and does a great job there maneuvering around the traffic that's coming towards him and finds his way into the end zone. Still tie ball game here. It's 14-all. As the defense is kind of getting used to this offense now as we make a nice stop there to Moss coming out from the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. We'll see what we can do here on 2nd and 11, and he's going to be brought down again as he loses another few more yards. 13. We'll see a pass there that's going to be thrown, and that's going to be caught, and they're able to convert there on that first down. Nice throw there from Reed to his receiver. So now we'll have to go back out here, stay out here again, try to find, and nice job there. They're going to, fumble, and the offensive lineman is able to pick it up, but not move that one too well, as he is actually going to lose 4 yards on that fumble recovery as they try to gain some yards there. As Igma, he is going to get a nice job there, a nice tackle there from him, stopping that lineman from going upfield. We'll see if they can get out of this hole here on the 2nd and 14 coming up. Reed here takes off, running. He's going to be finally brought down as he holds on to that football tightly this time. And that's going to be a short, decent game for them. We'll see a 3rd and 5 coming up as Reed here drops back. He's going to throw this one up there. That one's going to be caught, and this one's going to go to the end zone as A&M scores on that play. It looks like there's a flag on the play here. Looks like one of our guys is going to get called. And he's going to get called for roughing the passer. And that is going to be on George Stewart. As that's going to be tacked on after the kick, or they're at the extra point. As they're firing off the cannons here at College Station. But we return the favor here score a touchdown of our own, making it now 21 apiece as there's a minute 40 left here in the first half. So our offense, I'm really happy that our offense is, keeping us in the game here. But we got to do our job here and just try to keep the game close, but at the same time, got to put some good hits. Got to create some turnovers here, most importantly here, especially a team against like this team. Got to put some good hits here. We all had a chance to get the fumble, but couldn't recover it. Under a minute now here in the first half. That ball's going to be tossed up there, and that's going to be broken up there. Nice job there as that ends that play. That was also in the first half as we go now to the second half. As Moss coming out of the backfield here, and he's going to get met up there at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. Of course, last game we've seen, we got a sack. And I heard we were trying to get another sack. Actually got 2 sacks against UTEP. As we try to get one there on A&M. 7:30 left here in the third quarter. Reed here. Oh, he's going to, yeah. That wall and that pocket collapsed all over him, and he had nowhere to run but just get sucked into the void there. And that is the Aggies there on that play there. The Utah Aggies get a nice sack as Fana there makes the tackle, and we get the ball back to our offense. As offense able to score there, they score a touchdown of their own, now making it now a 7-point lead. So nice job there, 28-21. And we're trying to stop Moss. And of course, Moss will get the first down on that carry. Here he is again with the ball. Why not? As he's been doing a great job here. Doing so here in today's game. A little RPO there. Nice spin move there on the defender. Going down the field here. Last chance for us to really get to the receiver. And that gets all the way down inside the 10 of the Aggies of Utah. As now we'll be brought down Moss as he's going to be put down there at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up here with 3:20 left. As Reed passed that one, that's going to be deflected there. Nice job there from the defense getting in front of that. But again, plays like that, we need to be getting interceptions, getting those touchbacks, turnovers, whatever you want to call it, whatever you can do here to get the ball back here for our offenses. Now we're going to force them to kick a field goal here. 4th and goal here. This is going to be 3 points. And they put a crooked number up on the board here as there's a look like a lineman for the A&M squad here. They're going to have to come off the field. 35-24 now here as we get to the final seconds of the third quarter. Utah State offense really coming alive here. I like what I'm seeing from them. As we see a pass being thrown there, as the big tight end for Texas A&M gets the catch, and that's going to put them at a first down. And that is going to be it for the third quarter. Going to the final quarter here, A&M is trying their best to get back in this one. And I think the way we've been playing right now, oh, wow, Barnes, 4 touchdowns there, 357. Wow, what is going on? A&M's defense. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I was expecting, obviously we don't have the best offense. We're not a we're not high scoring or anything like that. And like I said, we don't score that many points unless we're playing against conference rivals or whatever. But against a team that's ranked like a Texas A&M, who has they don't have the best defense in the world, ideally, but they're a really good, it's a tough place to play. And our quarterback's putting up numbers like that. That's amazing. As we'll see, Moss trying to come out of the backfield there on that catch, and he's going to have to come off the field there as he's hurting. And looks like he is not liking this idea of coming out of the game here, especially the game being so close. So we'll see now, 2nd and 6. We have there's a new halfback there for A&M. As they'll slide, and Reed is going to get that first down. So he slides there at the 10-yard line, somewhere near the 10-yard line. 1st and 10. Toss pass there as Moss is back the backup's still in there. He will get the catch there for a nice reception of about 7. Pass there. That's going to go to Moss. Moss trying to get his way into the end zone, but he's going to be stopped there at the 5-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. So we'll see a handoff here to Moss. Moss trying to break off a tackle. Oh, does so. Trying to break off the second tackle, but no, he's going to get caught. He'll lose a yard on that carry, and they'll have to kick another field goal here as they're trying to get a little closer here now. As it's going to be a 35-27 ball game. So our guys need to get back out here on offense, and we need to see them get another score. But unfortunately, they go 3 and out pretty quick. As the ball now on the 35-yard line of the A&M team. And that's going to be an interception as Miller has it. Miller trying to take this one back for a pick 6, but the offensive line going to grab him as he actually ran into that that pile there, that group of players there. I was trying to... I hate the idea of them, when they flip the camera around, they don't give you a chance to, have control of the player. And he just went right to them, and yeah. So we got the ball, but hey, we got the ball back for the offense here, but most importantly, we got a short field here for them. Unfortunately, they don't take advantage of it, and we give the ball right back, 35-27. Tell me you couldn't even kick a field goal there, guys. I don't know I can't remember if it was a turnover or not, but. Jeez, come on. If we were out there 3 and out, it's get the field goal. We cannot be playing Russian roulette out here with this team. As we'll see 5:30 left here in this game. Pass there. That's going to be tossed over there to Moss, and he'll get to the 45. He'll get to his own 45-yard line there for a 2nd and 5. As Lowell looks like he's going to have to come out of the game. John Miller, of course, to come in and take over there for a bit. Hopefully, Lowell is going to be fine. We'll see a screen pass being thrown, and that's going to be caught there for the 1st down as we had nobody covering that receiver. So we can mark that down. Okay, make sure you got your man. I think we're playing zone that time. We should truly should be playing man, not zone. And that ball is going to get hit right in the back of his own offensive lineman. As we go 3 and out quickly, no changes in the score, still 35-27. We'll see now 2nd and 10 coming up here for Reed. He drops back in the pocket, looks up, fires him up the middle there, and Streeter's going to get it there, but he's going to be quickly smacked down. As now we're looking at a 3rd and 7. 2:22 left here in the 4th quarter. Reed throws up the middle there. Nice pass there. That's going to get him across the 50. And now they're definitely getting something going here. 2 minutes left as they get the 2-minute warning. Ball's at the 49-yard line of the Utah Aggies, but they're going to be a nice, serious loss there. That's a loss of 4 on the play as they get to the quarterback that time. And, Reed here thinking today, what is up with this Utah defense? Who is calling these plays? These different blitzes and stunts and all this kind of stuff. We're just really throwing a lot of things at them. And that's what Coach Sherman loves to do. Very reminiscent of what Coach Bonds does. I see a pass there. That's going to be completed. And that's going to be just short of the 1st down. They're going to be looking at it now. 3rd and 3 as they get hurried up everybody on the line. 1:25 left here. Reed here drops back, looking down the field here, lofts this one high and deep, and that goes into the end zone. Touchdown, A&M. A&M gets this touchdown. They're just now 2 points away from tying this up. We'll see if they go for the 2-point conversion as Jonah Wilson goes up there. And there was quite a bit of white jerseys there, but no, it just goes right in the bucket there for him. Just nice and neat there for him. But hey, we hold on as we get the ball back and we run down the clock, forcing them to use their timeouts. And we win this one in a close one, 35-33. That's a nice win here on the road against an SEC team early in the season. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Even though we gave up that, there was a touchdown we unfortunately gave up. But nonetheless, that's a big win for us. Offense did a nice job. 415 yards total offense from them. As we take a look and see. Looks like 28 carries for 53 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. 23 of 37 for receiving touchdowns there. Nice job there, offense. 262, I want to say, there for the day, to their 353 that they had. We were 57% on third down conversions there at 41%. And then, of course, there you see the turnovers, +1 for us as we did throw an interception. And then we did pick off them twice. So nice. Defense did a great job there. We tried to hold them back as much as we possibly could, and came down to 2 points for us to do so there. So Reed, there you see his numbers, 24, 33, 353. Completed 72% of his passes, had 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the game. We did a great job there. I'm so proud of our defense there, getting a hold of him. And really, being disruptive. Just that's what Coach Shelton Sherman wants to be. He wants to be totally disruptive, and just go out there, pin the ears back, and just go after them. Just make them hurt, make them think otherwise of playing this sport. And he's been addressing that to his defensive, especially the line. He feels like the defensive line is the heart and soul of the defense. Nothing good for them can happen if the defensive line is not causing chaos. And for chaos, I mean good chaos for the defense by disrupting the quarterback's timing, alerting his cadence, and all that good stuff there to be a successful defensive type of team. But there you see the rest of the numbers there for the rest of the A&M squad there. Like I said, when I was playing this, I was like, wow, we're actually really, really good. I don't want to be too good too soon, but man, this is a good win there to knock off an SEC team like this. Of course, we still have 2 more non-conference games coming up as well. So great performance there from our defense as well as offense. Hats off to them. This was their game. They did a great job there. 23 of 37, 262. Completed 62% of his passes. He had 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. So, we'll scoff at it. We're no big deal for the interception. That's all right. Rushing wise, Jacobs, 16 of 63, a rush touchdown for him. Barnes, 10 for 20 or negative 20. I can't really read that on my screen. Man, I got a dust. As for Brady, Brady Boyle, 7 catches, 120, a tutty for him. Thompson, 4 catches, 117, a tutty as well. There you see the rest of the numbers as well. But yeah, this was a good game. I mean, I was really just kind of, I kind of had to sit back and like, wow, our offense did that. But of course, can't get used to that too much because we know how this, we're still, a not so good team. So Lowell, big day there for him. 10 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Cook also had the same there as well. TFL leaders there. Olivo, he got 3 TFLs along with Cooks and Lowell. And then there's the rest of the players there as well. We'll see our sacks leaders. We got 2 guys with 1 and 2 guys with half a sacks there. Interceptions, Miller had an interception and Larson had an interception as well. So great job there from them. I'm really looking forward to those 2 there. Those are juniors? I think it's juniors and seniors there. So Miller's a junior. So I don't know. We're definitely gonna have to try to retool that secondary there. Hopefully, whoever the next man up is watching those games there and learning something from the upperclassmen, because those guys did a great job here in these last 2 games. But as we wrap up today's episode, we look and see here our next opponent, and it's going to be a home game as we head back home and we host the 1-0 Air Force Falcons. And of course, this is going to be a game because Air Force likes to run a lot of options, counter plays, basically running stuff, which yeah, I'm a huge fan. That's my bread and butter. I love the running game. But when you play against them, they're a little annoying. They try a lot of trickery plays. At least for me, it seems like they play a lot. They do a lot of trickery plays. I think they even go for it on fourth down, which I've noticed that here in this game. I know they said that the AI was going to be a little more aggressive, but sometimes the AI be making some stupid decisions. Like, dude, it's like early in the game. I can understand. Okay, you want to try something early, and kind of throw the opposing team off, but it's like, just take the 3 points there. You're midway through the second quarter, and you're trying on 4th and 1 or 4th and 3 or whatever. Like, just take the 3 points. If I'm beating you by 3 scores, just take the points so you can have something on the board. I feel like the AI just a little too aggressive. They can kind of dumb that down some. I'd look and see how they do that here for this game. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys have the same issues where it's just like, ideally, you ideally would not make a play, like you would not go that aggressive that early. Like, it makes no sense. So again, that's something I think they'll definitely have to work on. Maybe that'll be the next patch or something. But regardless, anyway, we'll take on we'll take on Arizona, or we'll take on Air Force coming up in the next episode, as we'll head back home for our second game of the season at Logan Field, or Logan Stadium, I should say. But that's it for this episode of the Coaching Carousel of Shelton Sherman. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode. Stay tuned for the second episode, as we'll have this game. Plus, we'll play a FCS Southeast, I believe, is the next second game there. And we may even drop in a third game as well. I don't know yet, but we'll see how things turn out. But that's it for this episode. As always, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you all next time. Go Aggies.